colleagues, I thought after I came back from your meeting, I thought what better way to summarize what I did than to make a small video to show you how to use the Hovercam. So here I am sitting in my office. I set this up before I started the video, and as I explained today, you have an orange cable, and the orange cable connects your Hovercam to your computer. It's just a plug into the Hovercam and a USB cable, a USB port into your laptop. There's also a power cable which goes into the Hovercam, and you have to have an adapter. Since this instrument was bought in the US, you have to have a US adapter, and I think your school has bought this for you. So those two cords need to be connected to the Hovercam, one to the power source and one to your laptop. The next thing you need to know is that you need to download the software for the NoteStair suite, and a CD comes with the box, and you can use that CD to download the software, which you will need to record videos. For those of you who don't have a CD player on your laptop, you will probably need to buy a portable CD drive. So I set this up before I started the video, and it's quite important that you get the camera to focus before you start your video. You don't want your video to be on and then you're playing with the focus button. It wastes a bit of time trying to focus it. So try to get it focused, and there's two important buttons on your panel on the Hovercam. The extreme left has a rotation button which you can use to rotate the view. You can see now this is upside down, and now I'm right side up. So you can use this to switch between the two. It helps when you switch between making the video or seeing yourself and then seeing a page where you do your worked examples. The other button that will be very useful to you is the extreme right button, and the extreme right button allows you to lock your focus into place. So I suggest once you focus your camera, you lock the focus into place, so that you don't keep on focusing as you're writing on a page. It tends to focus on the nearest object, and it keeps on adjusting, which can be quite distracting. So I focused this, and now you can actually switch between your page and yourself. So you can see I'm switching now between my page and myself, and now I'm going to write something onto this page. But before that, I need to also tell you that the arm in which the Hovercam comes is rotatable. So you can rotate it at all different positions around the room. You can see that if I rotate it up, I can see myself. I can also see the calendar on my wall. I can see my bookshelf. And I can rotate it again toward myself. So you can use this in a lecture to show various things. You can even point it at the audience, and you can show them themselves having a debate or a student asking a question. You can use it for that type of purpose as well. But the main point that the main thing that I use this for is to do worked examples, and you can give a lecture by doing a worked example. It's good for tutorials. It's good to show examples in a book, so you could project your textbook, a diagram in a textbook, and use the Hovercam for those sorts of things, and then record it so that you can make it available to students on different media. As I say, you can put it onto YouTube, you could put it onto the university's Moodle site, you can put it onto various resources where students can access this and use it at their convenience. So it might be worthwhile putting it somewhere where they have easy access to this. It's useful for students standing in a queue somewhere. They can make use of the videos while standing in the queue in student fees, for example. While having their lunch in the quad, they could take out their cell phones and view your video. So it's quite useful if you put it onto a larger resource space like YouTube, where they can access it from almost anywhere in the world. If they're on holiday in Paris or the UK or Australia or the US, they can log onto the site and look at your videos that you've recorded for them. So I'm going to switch now to this view, and here it's quite useful because you can start to write, and once you write down so I'm writing Hovercam Demo, you might want to zoom it so that students can see things clearly. And as I'm zooming it, you see I'm moving my page such that my page is positioned properly. And as I said, the two important buttons that you need, the extreme left button is where you switch over, and this allows you now to write down points or draw a diagram or do several things. Right? So if we summarize today, the orange cable was very important, and that connects the Hovercam to laptop. You also need a power cable. This is the black cable, and you need an adapter, US to SA, so that you can start the Hovercam with that power cable. So those are the two things that you need. The other thing that's very important is the extreme left button, and that allows you to switch views. As I say, if you find that you're upside down, you can actually move to the right side up. And the fourth thing is the extreme right button, and this is where you can lock your focus. So once you lock your focus, you know that you have your Hovercam set up, and it's not going to be auto-focusing as you go along. If you find that, okay, I've zoomed it too much and you want to show a little bit more onto the page, you can also adjust the focus here. That will allow you to. So you will see on your laptop a panel of things that you can do. So in order to start recording, you click the record button. To pause it, you can pause, you click the pause button. You can focus it via the panel as well. You can zoom it in. You can do various things with that panel. You can also take snapshots as you go along. So if I want to snapshot this picture, I can. I take a snapshot. You can convert this particular screen into a PDF, which you can then give to students as well. So you can play around with that as well. So I think you're going to like this a lot. Once you finish with the video, you can stop the recording, and then you can save your video, and you can use it as a resource base. If you get sick, you can then get someone to go into the lecture and play the video for the students, maybe get a facilitator in order to facilitate what you're trying to say. You can also use it if something happens on campus and students for some point or the other can't get onto campus and attend a lecture. You can post something on the video for them to view at home or in their own space. And I think this will be quite useful for you to use. So happy video recording, and I hope you make the most of your new tool.